And Ross is he's practicing tonight, so hopefully he can come a lot of galas. Here, and then there's a night that I can't.
Okay, we're in business. I'm Tom Sesserini, the Executive Director of the Convivio Society. Welcome, each and every one of you, for attending our unveiling of Artist Tribute to Italian Americans in Baseball. A big round of applause, please. For yourself. Thank you all for coming. I do have some acknowledgments. We want to acknowledge our sponsors for this evening. Bernadette, where are you? Tarantino's Gourmet Sausages, thank you. For tonight and for every other night, for always coming out and supporting us. Thank you for everything you do. Peroni Beer, for supplying our beer tonight. I heard it here, yeah, absolutely. Cafe Barbera, our coffee sponsors, they always support us as well. Unico San Diego, Matt and Steve, where are you?
Over here.
There you are. Thank you guys for your support. And our communications team, as always, Ross Porter, who's not here, but Molly Bowman-Stiles is. Molly, thank you for everything. These events are simply not possible without cause for celebration, so thank you for everything. And Sean Stiles, her husband, for the great news story from today. Appreciate you coming out. We appreciate all the outreach and the awareness. We're going to kick off the program right now, and we're going to start you off with a song. She's 11 years old. She speaks French. She speaks Italian fluently. And for good measure, she also sings in Spanish. She attends the French American School here in San Diego. And I'm going to refer to my list to get all the accolades correct. She represented our country at the 54th edition of the famous children's Italian TV show Zecchino d'Oro in Italy, and she won several times. She was recently invited to represent the U.S. at the prestigious Magicanto TV show music festival in Buenos Aires. That's coming up in May of 2014. She was a featured guest singer at the 20th edition of Microfono d'Oro, Golden Mic, in Northern Italy, that festival there, and also at a children's benefit concert in Mexico City this last winter. She was a medal winner at the famous Stiamo Children's in Romania, May of 2012. Many, many accolades. Did I mention she's fluent in Italian, Spanish, and French? She's going to sing for you tonight. Please welcome Isabella Schiff.
Voglio andare dove nascono i sogni, dove i sogni sono realtà. One day you'll find your way. Regalerò un sogno felici forse giocheranno, persi tra le nuvole, capiano tu che puoi seguirmi fin lassù, sai dire la mia strada qual è, aiutami a cercare dov'è, voglio andare dove nascono i sogni, perché so che quel posto c'è. One day you'll find your way. Regalerò un sogno a chi di sogni non ne ha, perché io so che un sogno è un raggio di libertà e troverò quel mondo magico dove quel che sogni è. E se ancora la strada non so, one day you'll find your way. Regalerò un sogno a chi di sogni non ne ha, perché io so che un sogno è un raggio di libertà e troverò quel mondo magico dove quel che sogni è. Il cammino puoi mostrarmelo tu, tu che voli dove il cielo è più blu. One day you'll find your way. Mamma, sono tanto felice perché ritorno da te. La mia canzone ti dice che è il più bel giorno per me. Mamma, sono tanto felice, vive lontano perché solo per te la mia canzone vola, mamma, sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola, quando ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospirano
One more time, please, Isabella. And so this evening, as we unveil our new exhibition on the Italian-American baseball way, if you will, we're really celebrating Italian heritage. We're talking about artistry, we're talking about tradition, and we're talking about Italian legacy. I actually know of no better lead-in for our host this evening than discussing artistry, heritage, tradition, and community. Please welcome News 8's own Carlo Cicchetto.
Thanks to Molly and to Convivio for having me here tonight. Wonderful evening. I'm very proud. I'm at News 8, by the way. I'm cheating. This is my teleprompter for tonight because, you know, I need a little bit of help to get these things done. This artist tribute to Italian Americans in baseball is pretty impressive. I hope that you've all had a chance already to walk through or take the time to. I really enjoy it. I met Chris Peluso a few moments ago and saw some of his work, his photorealism. It's outstanding stuff. Taking your time to go through this, the whole point of this is to kind of show and express to everyone the real mark that Italian Americans have made on America's biggest pastime. That's Italian Americans on America's pastime. We have made our mark. As you go through the exhibit, you'll see a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces, pictures, artifacts, paintings, autographed one-of-a-kind pieces. And you might be amazed when you really step back and take a look at it, at the total number of players of Italian-American descent who have played in the major leagues. We know the big names. We know Piazza. I'm a Dodgers fan, so I'm going to start with him. Tommy Lasorda. We know Yogi Berra. We know Joe DiMaggio. Great names. There have been a lot of others, and many of them have ties to San Diego, have played here, or have played here in some level, or live here at this point. Let me read off some of these names. These are the big ones, but there are many more, and we have a list with a lot of them. Hall of Famers Joe DiMaggio, Phil Rizzuto, Tony Lazzeri, Roy Campanella, Ernie Lombardi, Yogi Berra, Ron Santo, and Tommy Lasorda are represented here, alongside Team Italy hitting coaches Mike Piazza and Frank Catalanato. Also 2013 National League All-Star and closer Jason Greeley. He's with the Pirates, and Greeley, his nickname is Grilled Cheese, and he throws some real cheese. Chris DeNorfia, who's right here with the Padres. Anthony Rizzo, who was with the Padres and got us some good players back in the trade. Alex Liddy, Chris Colabello, Brian Sweeney, Joey Votto, who's just a masher, Mike Costanzo, as well as MLB veterans Dan Serafini, John DeQuisto, Tony La Russa, of course, Craig Biggio, and Ken Caminiti. And those are just some of the big names that we've seen go through Major League Baseball. So who made this happen? Well, I'm going to introduce you right now to Roberto Angotti, who was inspired, his love of baseball and love of this art, his passion for it, to bring together this artist's tribute to Italian Americans in baseball. He's the one that saw this story, had a passion for it, saw the artist, and put it all together for something that's truly special. It's going to start out here, but we're going to see this go through some other cities as well. So I'd like to take a moment. Roberto Angotti, please come up. Please give him a hand for this wonderful event.
Thank you for coming out tonight, and thank you to all of those from Channel 8 who made today very special. Mr. Tom Cesarini, he's the director of Convivio. Can we have a big round of applause for Tom tonight, and his mom and dad behind the bar? Big round of applause. Thank you very much. I'll make it brief. I just wanted to mention the artists that are represented on the walls. We have, of course, San Diego's very own Christopher Peluso. Big round of applause for him. James Fiorentino, Vincent Sheila, John Jarizzo, Rob Monte, Zach DeLisi. Those are all the Italian-American artists who have contributed to this Italian Americans in Baseball exhibit. For the non-Italians, we'll give them equal weight. Of course, Cincinnati's Chris Felix, Jeremy Nash, Rob Long, and Tom Richmond. So can I have a round of applause for all the artists that made it possible? The artists tribute to Italian Americans in baseball. The story continues We'll have special programming here at Convivio through February 1st. We're going to have players making appearances. I've talked to Lou Punto, that's Nick Punto's father. We're going to have a father-son special. We spoke with Tommy Lasorda when he was in town. We're hoping he'll come down. We have a long list of activities, so please check the website, conviviosociety.org, as well as my website, mlbforlife.com, and we'll keep you up to speed on what's happening here in San Diego. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Carlo Cicchetto. He's been super. Thank you very much.
I'm just here to move it around. They're here for you and what you've done. Let's give Roberto a hand for putting this together. I had a chance earlier, I got here early and had a moment to speak to Christopher Peluso, who I'm going to introduce up here in a moment. A wonderful man. I hope you guys pick his brain for a few moments and learn about his technique and what he does, because he is a multifaceted artist. He's also a teacher of art here in San Diego. He's a renowned artist in San Diego and far beyond. He just, sadly, I almost hate to give him up this way, but he just did a huge project for the Giants. Well, you got to do what you got to do. But ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Peluso, whose work in that corner, that photorealism is just so outstanding and so much more. Please come on.
The first thing I had to say to Carlo was that my mom, my beautiful mother of 86 years, said, I don't want you to tell him, but I want you to tell him. You tell Carlo I'm so proud of him as an Italian-American being on TV. I watch him every night, so you make sure to tell him that. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. My parents came here in 1946 after they got married from a town in Easton, Pennsylvania, 60 miles north of Philadelphia. And their parents came from Sicily. All four of my grandparents came from Sicily, right around the early 1900s. And the things that we were taught as young kids was that we were to take pride in our heritage. We were to take pride in the fact that our grandparents had come from some far country, where the floors didn't have much on them and food wasn't plentiful, but they came to America for an opportunity. And they gave their kids an opportunity to grow and have families, and in turn, I'm here. And I'm so thankful for that. But I owe it to my grandparents and the great things that they taught us. After I got involved in discovering my ability to do art, and actually there's somebody here that I used to take this guy's ankles. I was a trainer for Mission Bay High School's football team. Steve Davis over here, my good friend, since I've known him for probably 50 years now. And, that's when I really discovered my art ability. I didn't know that I could do it until I was 15. So then to get this opportunity to start doing things with, like, the Padres in 1976 and 77, the All-Star Game program cover in 1978, I was only 26 years old. Forget about it. Come on. And then to get this opportunity to start doing posters and prints and things like that, all related to sports, then I got to do something really special, and that was a piece for the Padres. It was a gift from Ray Kroc to Tommy Lasorda, because he was the manager for the National League All-Star team. And so I made a presentation of the painting to him in the dugout. And I introduced myself. He says, "Oh, you're Italian." I said, "Yes. Well, before my grandparents came from Sicily, Tommy, and my parents came from Pennsylvania." And I knew that's where he had come from. And he said, "Will you tell Mr. Kroc, I really do appreciate this gift, but I appreciate it more that it came from a fellow Italian-American." And I think that speaks to what this is all about. I'm proud of what I'm capable of doing, but I'm proud really of my heritage and what it means to me. I'm proud to be part of this group of artists that are also Italian-American. And our main goal is to show not only our ability, but really the pride that we have in our heritage. I relish the opportunity to do work and to showcase my ability, but really to show what these guys were doing on the field of play. I hope you guys take the time to do that and take a look at it. And if you have any questions, I'm going to be around for the rest of the evening, so you can come up and talk to me. So that's it. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, everybody. Thanks.
You know, if I went into detail of how proud I am of my father's an immigrant himself. I'm first generation. I'm actually, there are 4 kids in my family, but I'm the only one that was born in the United States. My father's journey was, at that time you could go to Australia or Canada easily, so he did the Canadian route, then somehow got lucky enough to end up in Hawaii. He paid his dues with the cold in Canada and ended up in Hawaii, and that's where I was born. It is a proud heritage. Hard work is what my dad did. It's something that's, I think we like to identify as part of our culture. We're grinders. We will find a way, and that was my dad, and that's so many of them. And that's so many of these incredible baseball players and what they've done. Some of them weren't known as the most talented. They weren't the biggest, strongest, or fastest, but they always got results. Speaking of not necessarily the biggest, strongest, or fastest, today happens to be the birthday of legendary shortstop Phil Rizzuto, Scooter, and we would like you to take a moment, have a slice of birthday cake that we believe we have in the back, before you come back and sit down and enjoy our showing of Yankeeography Volume 2. We also want to thank all of you for being here for our grand opening celebration tonight. Please tell your family and friends to come down and enjoy this, and also to please become a part of the Convivio family. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be starting the documentary in just a few more minutes. Would you like to take a seat? Give me a song. Yesterday, goodbye.
Was it up on the screen or?
Yeah, I'll zoom in. Like that, I guess.
love that. That's one of the nice things about getting to have wonderful connections that you find.
The other guy, Gary, it's already cut. It's already cut. I've been trying Hey.
Exactly.